Hello again, it's your favorite Algebra 2 teacher, Mr. Bettis. How are you ladies and gentlemen doing? This is the second part of the lesson for today, dividing rationals. Hopefully watch the first video for multiplying rationals. So dividing rationals is the same thing as before when we multiply, except there's going to be one little step we have to do first. And if you see here, our very first step is the most important step. Whenever you have a division sign, you're going to want to change it to multiplication. And you're going to flip the second fraction, because technically what we're doing is we're going to have to multiply by the reciprocal. But that's only going to affect the second fraction, okay? So step number 1, multiply by the reciprocal. Step number 2, factor everything and state your excluded values. So let's write that in. State your EVs and then cancel and simplify. All right, so here we go. First example. I see a division sign in the middle. That should be a red flag. I need to change that to a multiplication. So I'm going to be rewriting it a little bit because it's the notes, but you could make it shorter when you actually get comfortable and you won't have to rewrite it so much. Alright, so right then and there, that first step, multiply that reciprocal, okay? So change the sign, flip the fraction. Change the sign, flip the fraction, okay? Now it's your multiplication. Do what we did in the lesson before. We're going to factor everything out, okay? So factors of negative 36 to give you 5. Factors of negative 36 to give you 5 would be what? 9 and 4. Positive 9 and negative 4. All right? So next one. X squared minus 49. That should be a red flag. Difference of squares. Square root both things. What do you get? X. What's the square root of 49? 7. Okay? Sorry, I thought my video stopped recording. Alright, so x plus 7 and x minus 7 multiplied by, just rewrite the bottom one since it's a binomial. Don't have to do anything. All right, factors of 28 to give you negative 11. Go. Good job. Negative 7 and negative 4. I know, this is too easy for some of y'all. All right, so what do we got? We want to write our excluded values because we just factored everything. Where do you find your excluded values? Very good. The denominator. So the opposite of the denominator, just like you did domain, it's always the opposite. X is always opposite, right? So flip it, switch it, change it. So x cannot equal negative 7, positive 7, and positive 4. So shorthand, plus minus 7 over 4. Very nice. Very nice. All right, so what's next? Cancel. Let's cancel stuff out. What's the same on top that is on bottom? I don't care if it's diagonally or in the same fraction. Top, bottom, cancel it out. So let's see, nothing on this side. The x minus 4 on the right side cancel. And then minus 7 there. All right, so whatever you have left, just write it out. X plus 9, x minus 4. Over x plus 7. No need to FOIL this out. Just leave it as is. Just like we did adding and subtracting. Everything is better factored out. Okay? So that's your answer. Those are your excluded values. All right, let's do another one. And another one. Okay, so let's do this. Trying to keep these videos under 10 minutes. We're at 4, almost 5. All right, so let's do 2x squared minus 12x over x squared minus 7x plus 6 divided by 2x over 3 x minus 3. Okay. All right, so you see a division sign. Change it to a multiplication and flip that second fraction because we need that reciprocal. So we're going to flip it, switch it, flip it, and then keep this side. Switch it, flip it, keep it. I don't know, just trying to be creative. You got to do it in the right direction though, or else you mess up. All right, beautiful. Multiplied by the reciprocal. Awesome. Now what's next? Factor it out. I hear you. All right, let's go. So this one, the first numerator, what does it have in common? Definitely 2. X squared and x, definitely x. So that'll give us x minus 6. Okay. Factor the denominator. Factors of 6 to give you negative 7. So that would have to be negative 6 and negative 1. Add it together, get that negative 7. Multiply it together, get that positive 6. Some of y'all still can't do that properly because you don't pay attention to detail. Pay attention to detail. You have 2 criterias. Both numbers add to the middle. Both numbers multiply to the end. If you don't have 2 true statements, then you didn't factor right. So pay attention to detail. All right, over here, might not look like anything, but it's something. What do they have in common? 3. What's left over when you divide? X minus 1 divided by 2x. So right there, press the brakes. Let's write our EVs. X cannot equal denominators only. Denominators only. Positive 6, positive 1, and the lonely 2x, which would be, sorry, let me fix this paper, it's getting on my nerves. 0. All right, let's go. What's next? Cancel it out and simplify. I hear you. X minus 6 cancels. X minus 1 cancels. 2x cancels. So all this work for lovely number 3. All right, guys and girls. So there you go. There you have it. Now you know how to divide. Now let's practice. Let's practice so you could get a good test score next week. All right? That'll be it for today. That's Mr. Pettis, your favorite Algebra 2 teacher. Go ahead and like and subscribe. You know what to do. See you in class.